Hey everyone, it's VM Campos Magic Fan. Welcome to another streaming Saturday. Hey, wait a minute, but it's not 11 p.m. That is true. I've got something else going on at 11 p.m., so I'm going to do an early stream. I wasn't able to stream on Saturday last weekend because I went to the Theros pre-release. I was kind of tired, and so I didn't have one at the end of the day. And like I said today, well, I've got a podcast recording actually at 11 p.m. Pacific time, because then the person's time zone is completely different, and so it'll conflict with the time that I'm streaming at. But no worries, we'll do a little bit of streaming right now. So let me just confirm this is all set up here. Good. We'll go over to our stats. Look good. I was kind of having some trouble with the quality of the stream before, but we'll see if this holds up. So I think I'm going to play some Brawl. I don't want to do anything too high stakes at the moment because I have this other stuff that's going to go on before too long. So I was just kind of playing with this Boros Haste deck. It's so outdated. It hasn't been updated with anything really. This is like way back from historic format. It's basically a Voltron. That's what they call it, right? A Voltron deck. Because the idea is I get Champion of the Flame and then I just put a bunch of stuff on it. But we've also got some haste creatures at the 3-drops, and then plenty of 2-drops that get equipped. So let's see how this goes. So we're battling Mutant Mechanics in blue, and I'm getting what I want right here. Next turn, Frenzied Rage. Next turn, Heart Piercer Bow. So, oops, I don't know if that's actually going to live. Well, yeah, it'll live because we'll put that on there. Actually, never mind. It's not going to live. Okay, well, hopefully I can bring out the Ancestral Blade. Nah, they're just going to counterspell me, so forget that. They're going to counterspell or shock or whatever. I don't care about that. So let's go on and try that one more time. I'm just trying to get these dailies right here. And now we're going to battle Terran. I wonder what planet they are from. So I go first. Yeah, this has been getting what I want over here. Hey, Mark. How are you doing? You're cooking tea as well. Very nice. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm doing it a little bit earlier than usual. I've got a podcast recording at 11. Right now it's 10:20 p.m. for me, so 11's coming up. And so I thought I'd get in a little bit of gameplay before the podcast. And I'm just going to play just to get a little bit of these dailies right here. I'm trying to play with this Voltron deck, putting a bunch of enchantments and auras on Champion of Flame. And reassembling Skeleton is fine, because then what I will do is get Menace, and suddenly I'm at 5-4. How did that happen? 5-4 with Menace. And my opponent has a 1-1. Well, of course they can easily, kill the champion. There's their triple black for Murderous Rider. Okay, that's not important either. Might as well attack because I've got Menace. Well, never mind. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll bring out this Heart Piercer. We'll attach it here. We'll attack as a 7-6. We'll ping their skeleton. Whoops, it never had a chance. And that's attacking with a 7-6. Next turn is lethal. Unless they can Murderous Ride me. Death Baron. Okay, everything gets Death Touch. That's fine. How about we do this? Let's throw in this second Heart Piercer. Let's attach that over there. Why are we even messing with that? Let's just attack in the air right here. So, fun. That is an 11. That is an 11-10 in the air, and I'll just pick off their Death Baron for no reason anyway. And that's my alarm right there, for one thing. No worries. So that was an 11-10 flyer that totally ran rampant over the opponent. When this deck comes together, it's pretty fun. But it is, you know, fragile in terms of, you know, if I have one creature and they have their removal, then the creature definitely gets its thing. Oh, also what I need to do, it's only an 11-10. I would have been impressed if it was an 11-11. Also, what I've got to do is my drawing of the day. That's going to slip my mind if I don't do it. So any requests? I have a blank sheet of paper right here, and maybe it might be cool to take any requests, like any fun cartoon characters, Mickey Mouse, Bart Simpson. My opponent is Hersag. They're playing mono black. Oops, they're about to... Oh, that's not so bad there. They have a turn 1 play. Next turn, I can Angelic Gift and fly over that Dire Moon. Lieutenant, fine. They'll attack, gain 2 life. Okay, let's try it like this. Again, this is... Try some classic magic cards. Ooh, well, I can't equip that short sword. Classic magic cards like Land Tax, Fast Bond, Soul Ring. What's another classic card? Oh man, there's my Legion's End. Okay. The problem is that I have to have a reference pointed up on the screen at the same time. But anyway, let's try this first. Let's get Tajik to do his thing. That is a 4-3. Next turn, guess it doesn't do very much to attach the old school stuff like some Mons, Goblins, Raiders. Uh-oh. 2 of those guards. No problem on that. Oh, that's exactly what I want. Let's exile some stuff right here. They're looking at their Danto Vanguard like they want to... like they want to block it. But what I can do is I can equip that, so they'll have to double block. I doubt that they'll take 8 damage out of their Adantos. If they want to double block my Legion's Edge, that'll be fine. Never mind, okay. Next turn I can put the Heart Piercer Bow, attach it, do 1 damage. Ooh, Sorin, that's gonna be good. They're gonna bring some amazing vampire out of their hand. No, they're gonna attach it to their Vanguard. Hey, Rare Shadow, how are you doing? Thank you for visiting the stream. We're trying to battle the opponent vampire. Their vampires are doing very well. So, I guess the first thing we need to do is get rid of Sorin. And we'll attach it there. And then we'll send off... Well, what we could do... Yeah, I gotta go all in right there. Anyway, this is game over for me. Yeah, this is game over for me. They got their oh, they didn't gain the life on that. Okay, that's fine. Now, if they don't read my card, my Tajik, ooh, they're good gaming me, so that means they're gonna get me. They're gonna +1 their both of their creatures. Oh, I guess that's what they're gonna do. You may sacrifice a vampire when you do Sorin, deals 3 damage to any target. Oh, okay, I guess. So, that'll work. I'm gonna give first strike to my Chajik for some reason. Alright, let's see that. How are we doing on the... We're 12 out of 20 on that, so let's try to get that in. So how are you doing, Rare Shadow? Thanks for visiting. What are you up to, and what do you like to play? What colors do you like to play? What decks? And such. So I go first with nothing good. That's a little better. I guess we don't need that. One of those angelic gifts. We have our 10th District Legionnaire, which is Haste. If it survives after that, I can put the angelic gift onto it. Colossal Hammer, fun. Yeah, let's see if this will survive. I doubt. It looks like we're playing with a mono red aggro deck, so I doubt that my... Oh, they're doing my own thing, so nice. This is the mirror match going on here. So they're probably going to attach an equipment onto that Champion of the Flame and make it a 5/4. Hey Chance, how are you doing? Welcome. I'm just they're putting a glass slipper on their proud Champion of the Flame, which is now a 4/3 with Menace, but they're not going to attack. Okay, that's totally fine, because what I can do here is make my flyer right there, drop a land, ooh, make these double flyers. This is totally working out. This is the mirror match. But we've got 2 flyers, and then we've got a 3/1 haste on the ground. Amazing. And they'll take 9. Okay. Well, I have 20. They should have swung in. They might put 2 enchantments on that champion, and it'll get them... Oh, actually, they're going to go with a Saheeli. Why would we care about Saheeli in this deck? They're going to make that hammer come to life. Oh, that's a 13/13. How did that happen? How did that 13/13... How did that become a 13/13? Oh well, it's time to ruin this man's career. That's what the kids say, right? And also some green mana just in case. There we go. So, how's everyone doing today? I'm playing a little bit early because I've got an appointment at 11. It's 10:30 right now. I'm going to record a new episode of the podcast. It's probably safe to say that I'm about to record with the Cheshire Plays in a little bit. Gotta have my greens, yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna record a podcast with Cheshire from Cheshire Plays Games. And, he was the 5th guest ever on my podcast last year. And so a year later, he's going to be the 5th guest again. Uh-oh, this is a shock. They have a shock in hand. So I guess I'll have this sacrificial ancestral blade. Because what I want is that Champion of the Flame to survive, or Valduk. So I guess they're still going to wait on that, which is fine, because then if you had another small one, you mean the day already happened? You already had your new bundle of joy? Really? Is that what we're talking about here? Whoops, that's a 4/4. But then I need some... Oh, Earthquake, okay. That's not fun. I forgot about that Vioshino Pyromancer, how good that is. That's a 5 damage, fine. Okay, let's do... Oh man, that's not enough for everything. So, okay, let's just do it like this. Whoops, that's a 7/7 with trample. What was that? What was that quake? When you say small, I'm gonna guess a 3-point whatever. That's what I would count as small. Or small, as the kids say it. Whoops, more damage to me, I guess. Fine. Okay, here's what I want to do. Let's bring out Valduk. And then let's attach the blade. Because then that does that. And then I get a 3/1 haste and a 4/4 trample. And instead they're like, no, I'll take it. Probably because they're going to have some good burn after this. But are they going to be able to do 12 damage? Probably. So I guess they're going to... Sovereigns bite me some more? Fine. And then they're still going to block. Okay, that's fine as well. This will be fun right here. Let's just equip all of these enchantments. I mean, all of these equipments onto Valduk. And yeah, block my 1/1 if you want. That's a 6/5, a 3/1, a 3/1, a 3/1, and a 1/1. And they're like, never mind. Bushmaster 9,000. His loss was over 9,000. Okay, so we're getting close to the daily for the day. As I said, this deck is fun when it comes together, but it might be fragile. Anyway, I'm just gonna like sketch some things totally freestyle. I don't know, some cartoon character. That's what I kind of like, just like, you know, Bugs Bunny characters or whatever. So I go first, Ancestral Blade, I guess. I don't have any of my amazing creatures that... Okay, so I'll put out the red mana to completely psych them out. They're playing, what color is that again? Okay, they're playing some Simic. I got all my Ancestral Blades. Okay, so what is this character gonna be? I don't know, some bear or something. I should probably put this on the card cam, on the amazing cam. I guess Seal Away is a flash enchantment, so that'd be kind of good to... I guess I'll do it on the next turn. I want to flash Seal Away that Leafkin Druid, but do some damage instead. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana in total. They didn't tap it for Narset, that's fine. Mastermind's Acquisition, that's nice. Okay, so what we can do here... Let's bring out some scary stuff like that, and then they won't be able to do their Narset anymore. Contain your rage. Contain your rage. They have their 4 mana for their Mastermind's Acquisition. That's going to take up their whole turn, which is fine. Then it can seal away that Druid and they'll lose 1 mana. Let's see if they go for that. Actually, they don't have enough for Masterminds. They've only got 1 black source with the Druid. 4 mana. Okay, so they're going to go like that. Anyway, the Druid does just green mana. Never mind. I thought it was a Llanowar Elf or something. What are they trying to do here? Tapping all their mana scarily. Oh, Gift of Paradise. Okay. But that doesn't still do much, I guess. You can tap... Okay, that's fine. That's enough for their acquisition. Okay, so let's seal away one of their mana sources, I guess. Is that a good play? And then we will attach that. That'll be fine. We don't really need to get rid of Narset, but might as well, I guess. Okay, so this is like a really fun, loose, cartoony drawing. I'll just totally ink it so... Yep, they're going to spend their turn on the Mastermind's acquisition, but then it'll probably be game over already. That's not a big play unless they can do something with a Guild Globe. Yeah, can I do 14 damage? I don't think I can do 14 damage, but let's do a ton of damage. That's 11 damage. And then, like I said, if they wipe the board, then they wipe the board. And they just went to go get something. Are they going to get a Nicol Bolas or something? What are they going to get here? They've got blue, black, and green. Is that going to be like a Yarok or something? While they do that, I'm just going to continue this over here. Oh, this is looking like some other famous character. It's mental that my 1/1 has become a 10/10. Yeah, I like this deck because it's pretty funny. Tamio, that's just to go dig for stuff, right? I don't know, did you go search for your Tamio for some reason? That doesn't do anything. Oh, they searched for Root Snare. Okay, Root Snare is going to hold off on some damage for one turn, so... Oh, they used up all their mana. Yeah, this is GG. Like, they had a Root Snare. They have 2 Root Snares. This is game over, right? They can't pay any mana for that, so... Did they use up their mana? Yeah. 2 Root Snares in hand and they spent their mana? Okay. Well, that's how that happens. Let me just send a quick message right there. So we're 18 out of 20 blue or red spells, okay? Hopefully we'll get the last game or so for that. And then in the meantime, I was drawing this right here. Again, it's like my fallback is just like drawing cute cartoon characters. So there's that. I'm gonna work on it a little bit more in just a moment. I go first with that. Not great, but let's see if I get that white mana source turn 2. Or let's see if I get my 3rd mana source turn 3 for Valduk. What sounds better, Valduk or Valduk? Okay, well, it's gonna be Valduk it is. Electrostatic field, not good. That means they're going to shock my Valduk. So I guess what I'll do is I'll wait. Clearly they're going to have some burn, and then their electrostatic field will do stuff. Risk factor. Okay, that's fine. Let that resolve. And if you decline, they draw. Okay, no, take action, get some more damage, whatever. Let's see if this is going to work. So... we'll bring out a 10th district. We'll give it some maniacal rage. That draws a card. Another aura, sure. That becomes a 5/4 with Menace. Okay. So are they going to try to deal with my Legionnaire? No. Okay, fine. Let me just keep making this Legionnaire huge. Frenzied Rage, sure. Give me that in my hand. Yep. And then we're going to drop this Frenzied Rage on it then. That's another +2/+1, plus the district's amazingness, and the opponent's like, nope. Okay. So they had their electrostatic field. Ooh, there we go. So we got the reward. They had their electrostatic field, and they're like, House of Cards and whatever. Okay, let's play one game of Brawl, and here's the question to the chat. So help me out, chat here. Which of my Brawl decks should I play? I think the worst one that I need to tune is this Selesnya Ajani deck. It was an early one that I made. I don't think it has anything really good going on, so I don't think I'll pick that one. Then I've got this Alayla deck, which is mostly based on the Brawl decks that came out in real life, and it's fun. It does stuff. It had to be changed slightly, but it's good. Then we've got Brawl Oketra. This is a mono white deck. Once you summon Oketra, it gets out of hand because then more creatures that you summon, you make 4/4 zombies. And there's a lot of life gain strategies on that. Then we've got Etrata Brawl deck. So that's like some counter spells and some kill spells and some surveil and Etrata alternate win condition. So what should we play on that? If you see me doing something weird with my hands, it's just I'm preparing my kneaded eraser. You know, my rubber. I guess other people all over the world call it a rubber. In the US we call it an eraser. So this is one of these that is supposed to be reusable. You just kind of activate it by stretching it, and it lets you erase stuff. So Oketra, got 1 vote for Oketra. So Mark, when you do your drawings, do you start off with a pencil sketch and then ink it and such? Most people do that, right? Or are you a virtuoso and can go straight for the ink? So on this one, I did start it as a pencil sketch a moment ago, and now I'm just going to erase the pencil from there. You can probably hear it in the microphone. And maybe refine the ink a little bit. So for this whole year, I've been doing the drawing per day challenge and Purphoros. Oops, dealing with Purphoros. You can't disenchant Purphoros, it's indestructible. 5 mana, however. So I'm doing the 1 drawing per day challenge, and it's going fine. Arcane Signet. Ooh, okay, I'll be able to take care of... Whoops. Arcane Signet. That is my reminder about coming up close to the podcast recording. It's 10:45, so use H2. Okay, so you like the very light. You like the very light leads. That's cool. H2. Then when you're happy, use a 02 free flow ink pen. In the days you rub out the pencil. Yep. Nice. When that dries, you rub out the pencil. Okay, cool. Uh-oh, getting stomped. Fine. Topple the statue. So I'm about to get 4 mana. That's not really enough for anything. So I guess... And I just got all the lands. Okay, that'll be fine. Next turn, when they're about to attack, I can topple it. Which draws me a card. Oh, and then there's the 2 damage from that. Fine. While they think very hard, I will continue to erase right here. Okay, so that drew me a Bring to Trial. There's Porphyros, whatever. I think I'll be okay with summoning my commander. Probably. That's 6 toughness. Although I'm sure they can muster enough direct damage. So I am using actually an HB pen. If I'm gonna do pencil, if I'm gonna do pencil and if I'm gonna do pencil, I can. You got my commander, I'll get your commander. Whoops, it's not indestructible when it comes to... exile. So, I like HB pencils. Well, I've been using the HB pencil when I'm gonna ink it, but I like a B or a B2, and I even have like a B6, and that one's really fun. Oh, that's not good. I need my other disenchant, which I don't have any in my deck, so 3, 4, 5. They have 5 mana in total, which is good. They can't bring back their god. I guess next turn I can Cavalier. It's very heavy. I like the... They can? They have enough for it? Fake. Okay, so I guess next turn I gotta bring that Cavalier and wreck their... Actually, I should wreck their fires. Yes, that is what I need to do. Okay. And then I'll drop a Grange, which will then make that into a 5/7. 5, 6, 7. Okay, that was good there. I would like to bring Oketra back, but I've got to deal with those beasties. I suppose Bring to Trial. So I got a 5/7. I guess that's game over, so... Yep, they were able to do everything that they needed on that. Okay, well, they got their perfect hand on all of that. Sudden sneak attack with their Porphyros. They'll be able to tell their grandchildren about that. Hey kids, let me tell you about the time that we played Magic Arena without holographic implants into our brains. And what I did was I used the Porphyros sneak attack to totally bring out 3 dragons against my opponent. It was the greatest day of my life. Okay, so they have Saheeli, which has artifacts. And I've got my Prison Realm, so that'll work. It's 10:50, so we're getting close to the time to do our chat sesh very soon, but let's see how this goes. And while that's happening, I am going to upload my... Oops. I'm going to upload my... drawing of the day. So people will be able to see this. Coming to a Flickr account near you. Alright, so you wanted to bring your commander right away, but I say nay to thee. Destroy an artifact. So this is the drawing a day challenge. What's going on here? So I guess what I can do here, maybe to tease out any counter spells, is yeah, I guess I'm fine losing this. Oh, I guess they won't. Okay, that's fine. And then the princess. They might torch her, or what do they have? They're gonna break my prison realm. Oh, they're just gonna turn it back into my... return it back to my hand. Okay, I guess that's fine. They're gonna get one activation out of her. Or one servo, that is. Probably more than one. I'm already seeing if they're using their shock land. They're probably going to get like 3 servos from Sahili. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of whatever whenever you cast a non-creature spell. Okay, so there it is. They're gonna have their counter spell. But what if I just attack directly? Oops, I forgot to turn my mobilized district into a living land. Okay, so there it is there. That's gonna hit the princess. And they see all my stuff is active. So they probably still have a counter spell, so I guess I can't really summon anything. They have double blue, so that's clearly a counterspell. Weren't you going to attempt to draw Death Dealer? Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer? Sure. At the moment, you have to settle for a fun cartoon character, but I think tomorrow might be Death Dealer Day, so I'll give it a shot tomorrow. I want to do a good job on it, and right now I'm a little pressed for time because I wanted to do it before the end of the day. It's about to be 11 for me, so the end of the day is coming, and tomorrow when I have a little bit more time, I'd like to dedicate more time to it. I'm probably gonna have to end. They're gonna destroy my lands, I bet. But I have to end this. Sorry, Kamikaze Bomba. I gotta end this because I got a podcast coming up, and everyone again in the chat there, it'll drive for you and send it to you. No worries. If you want to, just send me the picture right there in like Discord and stuff. You don't have to send it off through international waters. I'll be happy to see it there if you'd like. So everyone in the chat, I gotta wrap it up at this moment. I've got a podcast recording coming up. There's the alarm for that. Gonna have a chat with Cheshire Plays. His episode's gonna release this Friday, which is the last day of the month, January 31st. So find that wherever you find your fine podcasts at: Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Spotify. Just search VM Campos. Subscribe to the weekly show there. Releases every Friday. We just had our first triumphant year, and we're going on to year 2. So thanks, everyone. I might come back after the podcast. We're probably going to record an hour, so it's going to be 11 to midnight for me, but it'll probably be too late, so I probably won't come back later tonight. That's why I did it early. But thanks for hanging out, and maybe I'll do some time throughout the week and stuff. Definitely the next weekend. Thanks, everyone. This has been VM Campos, Magic Fan. See you next time.